Hello indie wrestling fans, welcome to ThoughtsFromTheBench.com's latest indie update. This is Indie Darling here, and we are talking about everything when it comes to WrestleKingdom 12. Yes, this is considered the New Japan Pro Wrestling's biggest card of the year, and it was headlined by two incredible main events, which involved the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada defending against Tetsuya Naito, and of course the Alpha versus Omega match between Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. As we're going to be talking about Wrestle Kingdom, I'm going to share with you the two things that I really loved about Wrestle Kingdom and two things that could have been a little bit worked on better. But enjoy. So let's get to the two positives that I loved about Wrestle Kingdom. Now, everyone on the internet is going to be talking about how great Alpha and Omega was. Even my producer back here raved about how great it was. But me, I'm going to slow your roll a little on that. Let's talk about some other things that were great about Wrestle Kingdom. Let's talk about the fatal four-way match that we had for the IWGP Junior title between Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay, Hiromu Takahashi, and Kushida. The match was incredible, spot after spot after spot, and then they played off it really well by talking about how Will Ospreay was never able to defeat Marty Scurll. Now, regardless of whether or not you're a Scurll fan, because clearly, if you tell, Film Club, baby. But you gotta remember, Will Ospreay is amazing to watch in ring. So it was the best call for them to do. And hell, it was a great performance, and it's a great way to start off the new year for bigger and better things for everyone in that match. Oh, and Daryl looked great too. The next moment we're going to talk about from Wrestle Kingdom was the match between Cody and Kota Ibushi. Whether you like or dislike Cody, and trust me, his matches this year have been hit or miss, you got to respect the fact that he has essentially redefined what it means to be an independent professional wrestler in 2017. And he finished off with a bang. And trust me, while it does kind of suck not seeing him defend the Ring of Honor title at Wrestle Kingdom because a Peacock had to beat him for it, it was still a hell of a match between him and Kota Ibushi. And even Brandy getting involved into it and taking some bumps off of Ibushi was tremendous. You can't knock them for this. And hell, just because Cody looks like he's Vegeta going Super Saiyan on me, you gotta remember that he is going to have a hell of a 2018 regardless of how he looks. So those were the two things that I loved about Wrestle Kingdom 12. So let's talk about some of the stuff that wasn't so great. Let's first off talk about the IWGP Intercontinental title match between Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jay White. I am not knocking either of them for the record. Tanahashi is a legend and Jay White is a hell of a worker. But let's be honest about this. Jay White, coming back from his American excursion to this Switchblade gimmick, which I think has some potential going on, but putting him in a top 3 match card at Wrestle Kingdom 12 against one of the premier superstars in all of Japan after being away for so long, I mean, come on, let's not even talk about it. And then the match itself, there really wasn't anything special that happened, in my opinion. And even if it was going to be special, why in the world would Tanahashi just feed him like that? I mean, come on. If you're going to put someone over who's a young and up-and-coming star like Jay White, why in the world would he just get smacked to the ground like that? Come on. Let's be real. So let's talk about the other thing that wasn't really impressive at Wrestle Kingdom 12. It was the Gauntlet Match for the Trios titles. Yes, the Trios titles that my producer had to bring up on our Thoughts from the Bench website. Now, don't get me wrong. I have nothing wrong with a lot of the teams that were in this match. I loved Bullet Club with Fale and the Girls of Destiny. I loved Chaos. I loved Big Mike and War Machine, for God's sake. That was a great team. But let's be real here. The Bullet Club just won the Trios titles off of Evil, Sonata, and Bushi right before Wrestle Kingdom. You're going to put them in a gauntlet to defend their titles and then lose them immediately afterwards to Yano, Ishii, and Beretta, who granted, I love Toru Yano. I laugh every time I see him wrestle. But let's be real here. That's just a disservice to the Trios titles altogether, just losing them right afterwards. And we're not even going to get to New Year's Dash because, spoiler alert, they won it again. I mean, what is the booking decision in this case here? So I just wasn't impressed with the Gauntlet match. And hey, BC for life anyway, so it. So in conclusion, Wrestle Kingdom 12 was incredible. And I'm not going to lie to you people, it was like pulling teeth trying to figure out what I disliked about the show. Because really, you can't hate a New Japan show. It's very hard to try and figure out what you disliked. Hell, it was torture for some of us to watch me not talk about Alpha and Omega because I think there was better things to talk about. And you all know how great Alpha and Omega was. You don't need me to talk about it. But then again, that's why we're independent professional wrestling fans. We have so many opinions, and we're gonna spread our knowledge and our love to all of you. So stay tuned for our next indie update, and this is the Indie Darling, signing off for now.